Hello everybody, welcome back to another live stream on the channel. Yeah, back to losing ways, but to be fair, it was always going to come. Welcome to the match reaction for Leicester City 0, Manchester City 1 for today's game. Obviously, we are live a bit earlier tonight than the usual because I'm going out tonight, so we'll get it done right now. So if you're watching this on playback, make sure to drop a like and let me know your thoughts in the comments. But if you are live joining us right now, make sure to let me know your thoughts on that result today against Manchester City, where obviously Leicester did lose 1-0, which, to be fair, it's Man City. The performance wasn't too bad. Maybe we could have got a result, but at the end of the day, it's just one of those games really where I don't really think you can expect too much. So at least we didn't get spanked. Obviously, a moment of magic from Bruyne, who gave them the win, obviously. But, to be fair, last 20 minutes, we had some chances, defended it quite well, but Leicester just sat back a bit too much, in my opinion. I think at times we should have got forward a bit more. We could have maybe got a result, but 1-0, it could have been worse. But yeah, let your thoughts in the chat, boys and girls, on that result. I think, it's just one of them really against Man City. We always seem to lose 1-0. And yeah, I just don't really know what we can really make from the game, really, because it's just it was a bit of a dull game. Obviously, Leicester sat back, soaked up the pressure quite well, to be fair, for most of it. Obviously, the goal did come from a set play, a set piece, a dead ball situation. So I think we did restrict Man City quite well. But obviously, it came down to that moment. It was a silly foul to give away, and obviously, De Bruyne is De Bruyne, and he smashed it. He put it away well, and obviously, like I said, that gave Man City the victory and the W. So yeah, boys, let me know your thoughts on the chat if it is working. I'm not too sure. But yeah, apart from that, it's just one of them really. I think we could have got forward a bit bad. Just like I said, I think we should have maybe switched it up a bit earlier with the likes of Daka and Iheanacho, because I think as soon as Daka and Iheanacho came on, I think them two worked well. But if we play like we did in the last 20 minutes, the whole game, yes, we could have attacked a bit more, but we would have been quite open defensively. So yeah, let's get into the chat. Well, Samare. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't think he was on the bench either, which is a bit of a surprising one. I would have thought. I thought Disbrook was quite poor today, so I would have thought it would have been Samare to come on instead of Mendy. But yeah, I don't know. I think that game would have been quite good for Samare because at times we needed someone to kind of bring the ball out and get us on the attack. Because the first half an hour, Leicester just couldn't. We couldn't really get the ball out anyway. It's just defense versus attack really. But against Man City, sometimes you have to do that. We played so well, just an unlucky goal we go against Everton. Exactly. I think there's definitely some positives to take because a few weeks ago, you guys and me were sat here saying, "Oh, when we play Man City, we're going to get absolutely destroyed." I know Haaland wasn't playing, but it's still Man City. Still had players like Kevin De Bruyne, etc. And apart from that, I don't really think they had any massive chances. Obviously, Ward had to make a few good saves here and there, but apart from that, there wasn't anything too clear cut. So I think, to be fair, we did quite well. I know we lost, but I don't think anyone really expected Leicester to win, and I think we can take quite a few good things from that game. Yeah, I agree. I thought Dewsbury was quite poor today. Barnes, yeah, he wasn't great, but he got into some good areas. I think on another day. The thing with Barnes, I think when Leicester are playing good and attacking, I think Barnes is good. But when it's these games against like Man City and then like I don't know where we don't get the ball as much, I think Barnes just sleeps a bit. I think Barnes, when he's on the game, he has a lot of the ball. So I think that's the thing with Barnes. He goes a bit quiet when Leicester are sitting in. As soon as KDH hit the oh no, KDB, I'm getting mixed up. No, Tillemans though, that was nearly a rocket as well. It's a good game. All right, Callum, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing all right. Hello, Leicester fan as well in it as always. For me, positive really just got beaten by the back. Yeah, exactly. I don't think 1-0 loss to Man City at home. Obviously, it's disappointing to lose, and maybe we could have got a draw from the game on a different day. But I think you can't really be too angry with that one, to be fair. And to be honest, I think Brennan got the tactics done quite well. To be fair, we soaked up the pressure and tried to bring the game to City a bit more in the second half, and we almost did that. So yeah, City. Yeah, no, I thought it was in. To be fair, I think it was going in, and Edison made a slight touch to just make it hit the bar. So yeah, close. Sorry, it could have been another rocket by Yuri. Disappointing. But yeah, it's just one of them, really. I think, obviously, next week's game's now even more important. Everton away, some interesting results there as well. On the Prem, obviously, Villa getting smashed 4-0. Wolves and Brentford got a draw. Southampton lost. Bournemouth lost somehow to Tottenham in the end. So the teams around us, and I think it's quite close now. We'll see what happens with Leeds tonight. I can't really see Leeds beating Liverpool, and I can't really see Forest beating Arsenal. So I think Leicester are going to be 17th by the end of this week. But Next game against Everton is going to be absolutely massive because, I think these next two games, Everton and West Ham, are only 2 games now before the World Cup. We need to be getting the wins. So I think if we can take 4 points from them 2 games, I'll be very happy. I think we can win one of them, though. So hopefully we can. Let's catch up to the comments. Keep getting them in as always, boys. Mendy, man. I know, it's just, I said that when I was watching it. It was just a bit of a silly foul to give away. It was soft, but I think it was a foul. Obviously, it just didn't need to make it. Didn't need to make it. I might play Dak and Callum. Yeah, that's true. I think them two looked very good when they came on. Ian actually should have done better though. He got into some fantastic areas, and his final product just wasn't there. I know he's only came off the bench. He hasn't played much, but Ian actually could have scored today. He really could have, and he just didn't put his chances away. But like I said, he got into some good positions. Yeah, I ain't happy. That's positive, but it could have been more. Ward made some good saves first off. I think the main thing we got to take away from the game is that Leicester defended quite well. You can't do anything about the Bruyne's free kick. It's an absolute stunner. It's unstoppable. But apart from that, I think we did quite well. I know Leicester, parking the bus like on a madness and playing like terrorist football, but still, that's the thing we got to take away from that game. Chelsea, I know, 4-1 lost to Brighton. It's crazy. I didn't see that one coming. Yeah, less positive for once, boys and girls. But yeah, I'm going to quickly go through the Prem results today. I think they're all done now. So yeah, Villa losing 4-0, which is quite mad. Didn't expect that. Obviously, Emery isn't in charge right now. But yeah, overall from the game, I think this sums it up quite nicely. It just comes down to a moment of magic from Kevin De Bruyne. And that's really it, I think. That's all you can really say, because apart from that, I think we gave Man City a good game. We always seem to do quite well against Man City. I said it last week. We always seem to lose 1-0, and that happened once again. It obviously happened last year before, and the year before that as well. So yeah, 1-0 to Man City at the King Power is usually a pretty good score prediction. So but yeah, one of them really. But for me, I think we need to keep up this good run, and now we need to win the game against Everton on Saturday at 5:30. So this time next week, SPORTSA will be in the beautiful Goodison Park. So sorry to hear that, mate. Hope you're all right. Well, I don't really. Let's not speak about it. Probably upset you, but yeah. Hopefully Leicester can do it for you on Saturday for your cap. But yeah, I think apart from that, boys and girls, I won't stay on for too long tonight because this afternoon, I don't know if this counts as a night or not, but I don't really think we can say much more from that game because nothing really happened. It was just a case of Leicester just sitting in, defending quite well, soaking up the pressure, and trying to hit Man City on the counter attack as much as possible. So apart from that, I don't really think there's too much to really talk about. So yeah, man of the match, boys and girls. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. I know I'm a bit earlier tonight, so not too many of you guys are in here, which is fine. I might do a bit of videos in the week as well. Obviously, the World Cup's coming up, so I don't really know what type of videos to do. I might do a few England stuff here and there, but apart from that, we'll do a few different bits. But yeah, transfer news will be back in January as well. There is some plans. It was said that Leicester are planning for some potential signings in January already, which is obviously good news. Hopefully, we can bring in 1, 2, 3 players around that. I'll take two additions, and I think that could strengthen us up for the rest of the season, which obviously second half of the season is going to be crucial. We've almost completed the first bit, so yeah. Purposely waited till 10:50 to get early league team news for our game. Bench Foden on my FPL, then transferred an hour for Paqueta. Ouch! I think I did mine at just before that. I was lucky. I put De Bruyne in this morning. I put Haaland in, and obviously I got Almiron on the bench. So Almiron's going to come on. So I've done quite well this week. 11 points. Ouch. There we go. Love that, boys in the chat. Big up. But yeah, FPL. I've had a decent week. Like I said, I got De Bruyne in. I think I captained Jesus, which I don't really know what's going to work with that one, but I didn't really know what to do. So obviously Haaland weren't playing, but yeah, I know people say, "Oh, Haaland weren't playing," but yeah, it's still Man City. They still won the league last year without him. Still got some excellent players in there, and I think we did cause them some issues as well. Last 10 minutes, Leicester could have scored. He actually had a good chance. There's that one which deflected off the ass off Stones, I think, and then obviously we had a few set pieces. The Tillerman's one before that as well. So yeah, I think overall, boys, we can't really be too angry with that one. Man of the match for me, I think everyone. Don't know, Ward maybe. I think it was quite good. I think Amartya had a good game today. But Faz as usual was quite good. Sunchi did quite well. So Sunchi's first game in I think this year. I think, isn't it? He hasn't started the Prem game, so good to see Sunchi back in. I think first 15 minutes was quite sloppy, but I think he grew into the game quite nicely. So yeah, there we go. top four. Bit of a stretch. Rodgers in, Rodgers out, and Rodgers in. I don't know, man. I'm still probably just Rodgers out, but I'm a bit more sitting on the fence now. I don't think it would take a lot for me to go back to Brendan in, but I think we can't complain about these results, and as long as we keep up this form, I think we'll be fine. So yeah, I still think a lot of the fan base, just like the main man himself, Daddy Chappie says, he's Rodgers out. So yeah, I think it's still a big debate. I think as soon as the West Ham game finishes, I think that week after it, I'll probably do a big live stream on Leicester season so far. We'll get some debate in the chat. I'll get a few guests on like Ant and stuff. So we'll have a big season or half season kind of debrief type of thing. So I'll probably do something like that, and then we can obviously talk about the season so far. 'Cause like I said, there's only 2 games left now, which is pretty mad. So yeah, 2 more games, and then I don't know what I'm going to do for a month, but we'll work it out and watch England play, and hopefully we can win. But that is the plan, boys and girls. But yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this up in a few moments' time. So if you've got any final thoughts, feel free to let me know in the chat. Like I said, not too much to really talk about tonight because nothing has really happened. So yeah, big game up next, Everton away, which hopefully we can get the win in that one. But yeah, apart from that, I don't know. It seems a bit flat now. I think these next 2 games are crucial. Then we just need to try and move on from those games. So that's the plan. Rodgers out, even if we win against two. Rodgers out. Fair enough. I don't know. Yeah, I saw that. I don't know why. I think obviously it was Madison to get. I don't think we would have scored there. So yeah, it's frustrating. But yeah, I think fake. Yeah, it's a fake one. Don't worry. Yeah, man. Could be his cheeky second account. Big up to Lee Chappie. But yeah, I don't know what to say, boys. Nothing really else to talk about with that one, to be fair. 12:30 kickoff, boring game. I hate 12:30 kickoffs, but thankfully we don't have a 12:30 kickoff in a while now, so we can get back to the usual ones. I like half 5 ones are good, actually. Hopefully we can beat Everton and West Ham. I think we can, to be fair. I don't know. I fancy us at Everton, and to be fair, I reckon we'll get a point at West Ham. I think West Ham will be quite. I think on paper both games are quite difficult, but they're both winnable games at the same time. And I think if we defend as well as we defended away today, and try and attack a bit more with a bit more intensity, I feel like we can get some results from those games. Obviously, I'll discuss them a bit later in the week, but yeah, I think the games which are going to be important for us. So yeah. Playing well recently, I think if Barnes can finish his dinner, we are set. Yeah, I think so. I think obviously quite a lot of attack came down the left. Obviously, we're still not having that right winger. I think today, though, I think the main thing is we could have just done with another man in midfield, but obviously then you get rid of the back 5. So it's a balancing act. But I think today we could have just done with maybe someone like Dennis Pratt in there, maybe some more, just an extra man in midfield, just to try and help us build out a bit more. Because I think, although Leicester were sitting back, we found it very difficult to break out. And I think the large part of that was down to just not many attacking players, and everyone seemed to be at the back. So, yeah, it was a difficult game. Man City obviously make it very difficult, but I think we did quite well. What a guy! Yeah. Big up to Lee Chappie. But yeah, boys, I'm going to wrap this up here today. Obviously, it's the Foxes 15 tonight. Like I said, I don't really know what else to talk about, to be fair. I don't want to waffle on for too long because I don't really see the point of it. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your Saturday nights. Obviously, 2 games tonight: Everton, Fulham, or Fulham, Everton, and Liverpool, Leeds. I think is at 7:45, which is a bit random. But yeah, see you in a bit, Ethan, mate. Thanks for coming in. As always, I'll probably be doing I'll be doing the preview for Everton on Friday night. I might do a live in the week as well, depending on if there's any news or anything coming up. But yeah, boys, hopefully you have enjoyed the stream today. Obviously, it's a bit of a short one. If you have, let me know a drop and a like. If you're watching this on playback, let me know your thoughts in the comment section on today's game. Obviously, the disappointing result against Man City at home after that Kevin De Bruyne absolute rocket. But yeah, that's about it, boys and girls. 2 big games remaining until the World Cup. Hopefully, we can get some results out of them. One, yeah, 1-0 City, disappointing result, but I don't really think we can be too angry with that one. So, yeah, like I said, enjoy the rest of your Saturday nights, and I'll see you all, boys, next week ahead of Everton away at Goodison Park. So, yeah, cheers, boys, and I'll see you guys later up the city and in a bit.